Yo, 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 what's good? What's up, my lovely, beautiful guys, gals, and non-binary pals? It's a blessing to be back in your ear, living on your mind. Guess where I'm at? In Mexico, baby. My first podcast internationally. I'm grateful to be out in the beautiful wilderness on a beautiful farm in Guadalajara. Shout out to Guadalajara, okay? But look, man, I've been having some great conversations with myself on this beautiful farm about love, and I'm so excited. I'm passionate to talk about it because last episode we talked about passion. So I'm coming in here with passion, full of love, to speak about. I want to speak on the takeover of love and the takeover in the shift that we're going through right now with love, recognizing real love versus what's not. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, okay? But before we do all that, I like to start off with some nice, deep, slow, relaxing breaths so we can be here, so we can be centered, right? Because I'm excited, so I gotta kind of calm myself down. So get some water, stretch, stretch. We need to start doing yoga on here. I might have to start doing that. Get comfortable, get in a state where you can be here, be centered, because we're gonna talk about some real ish, crack them bones. And relax. Relax. We're here. The present is such a beautiful moment, and I appreciate you for sharing the present with me. So as we're about to do these amazing breaths, focus your breaths on the present. Live in the present. Your breath is so beautiful, and allow that beautiful energy to flow in whatever chakra that you feel aligned or resonated with. Hey, birds. I don't know if y'all can hear the birds. They're talking to us. But yeah, whatever chakra energy that you feel resonated with, go ahead and bring your breath up to that point. We're gonna do 3 breaths. Hold in for 6 seconds. I'm sorry, not hold in. Breathe in for 6 seconds. We're actually not gonna hold in. Just gonna go right back out 6 seconds. So it's gonna be in for 6 seconds, exhale in 6 seconds, and we're gonna do 3 of those. Okay, and I'm gonna snap to kind of help you through it. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get it. Inhale. Ah, right back out. Let's get it. Inhale. Right back out. One last one. Let's do it really big. Inhale. Exhale. I love our breaths, man. They're so beautiful. Yes, thank you for sharing those breaths with me. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. But without further ado, I'm so ready to talk about love. I'm so ready to talk about it because we're in a takeover of love. We're in a shift of love when people are talking about shifting dimensions, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, whatever. You gotta understand, baby, it's all about love. Because we're not operating on fear no more. The eclipse just came. A lot of people, they were scared. A lot of people, they had a lot of fear. A lot of people were very worried. A lot of people were anxious. I felt those emotions. I felt the energy. The energy was so heavy. But we made it out, baby. We still here. Feel yourself. You still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. You still alive. We still breathing. So everything's okay. And things are still shifting. Things are still happening every day, baby. Every day. But let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. Because love is so beautiful and love is so precious. And as we're in the shift, the takeover of genuine, true love, no more of that fake shit is able to sustain in your reality, in this reality. In my reality, I'm not going for it. And you clicked on this podcast, so I know you're not going for it. So now that we're on a shift and a takeover of love, I realized that a lot of things that we consider as love was not love. Because a lot of people operate on love, but it's not. It's transactional. And this is a good thing to write about, journal about, and talk to yourself about as well. Are you being transactional with love? Are you objectifying love? Think about it. Think about it. Now let's talk about it. What I mean when I say, are you objectifying love? Well, when you objectify something, you you give it meaning for a specific thing, right? So if you're thinking, let's say for example, your partner, like, oh, when you think of your partner, maybe you think about, oh yeah, like, love. Like I have love with this person. And maybe you do, you share genuine love with this person or whatever. But it's important for us not to objectify love with a specific thing, with a specific person, because we have to remember that love is an experience. We experience love. Love is to be experienced, right? So that's how we can give and share and receive love, because it's an experience. It's not just something, because, you know, a lot of things could be seen as like love, but it can be so transactional. And I'm gonna give two examples of this on different spectrums, right? So let's say your partner bought you some flowers, right? Your partner bought you some flowers. Isn't that lovely? And you might think, oh, my partner bought me some flowers. They love me. Okay, let's think about that. Let's just think about that. You think your partner loves you based off them buying you flowers. It's the intention that matters. It's really the intention. With that flower situation, objectifying the flowers. Let's talk about how, now I don't mean to, say like, oh, just because somebody buys you flowers that they don't love you. Because it's about the intention as well as how you perceive it. It's how you perceiving it. Because that person has to come correct. That person has to come correct. And you have to be real with yourself. We're done with being delusional about love. We're done with that. It's over. Because the reality of love is so beautiful. And we have to get out the delusions of love. But going back to the flowers, right? Are you objecting the flowers as a form of love? Are you objecting the flowers as love? Or are you receiving that gift knowing that that person shared their love for you because they know that it's something that brings you joy, and something that brings you joy brings them joy. So they're not getting you the flowers of, maybe feelings of guilt, because maybe they bought those flowers with, like, oh man, I just cheated, but I know you like them, so I'm gonna do this for you because I know you'll like it. I know you'll like what I do for you. But where's the intention coming from? Are their intentions pure? Because that's how we can receive love. You know how some people, they tell you they love you, but you don't feel it? Because love is to be experienced. You can feel love. We have this beautiful torus field all around our body that we can feel all these beautiful electrons and energy and magnetism. It's amazing. Do some research about it. I'm gonna have a class about it because, I mean, honestly, the heart is so amazing. This is why I love to talk about love, because our heart is, oh my God, super powerful. Our field, our energy around our hearts, it's amazing. but love is to be experienced. So that's also on the opposite end how someone can say they love you and they can, do things out of love, but you may not feel it because guess what? Their intentions are not pure. So they might say they love you because guess what? Maybe they're objectifying you because they feel like, oh, well, you're this to me or you're that to me. Maybe you're their family. Maybe you're their partner. Maybe you're their friend. So they feel kind of like obligated to be like, oh, yeah, I love you. But do you even feel it? That's why, man, we have to stop objectifying love and putting all these labels on things because it's putting us into a state where we're not even being intentional with the people that we claim we love. We're going out and we're seeing family and maybe we're doing the same old things every time, you know, and we have this preconceived notions that, oh yeah, well this my family or this is this person to me. So, they love me and, we just gonna hang out and because sometimes we gotta ask ourselves too, what's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? And this is why I don't want you to be delusional about love because, and also why nobody should be falling in love. Fuck falling in love. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that, and I don't believe you should fall for that trap either. Because when you fall in love, you're gonna be like them people in them commercial. Help! I'm falling and I can't get up. Don't fall in love, man. It's so hard to get up. It's so hard to get up. So if you've fallen in love with these ideas and objectifying these people to who you perceive as this or that, then you can also put yourself in the predicament where you're just relying only on love and all your other senses you're blocking out. You could not trust this person. You could not even feel, like this person like is doing right by you. But because you're like, oh, well, this person is this to me, and you start objectifying them, then you're only focused on the quote unquote love. It's time for us to stop being hurt, stop getting hurt, stop hurting our hearts. They're so powerful. And too many people have had their hearts hurt and they turning cold, they shutting their love off, they locking their love up. They're like, man, I'm not gonna love again because I've been so hurt and people do me so wrong and don't nobody really love me. Maybe they don't. But that's not an excuse to shut our hearts off. It's not. Because we're learning to recognize now how people are objecting love. How are we objectifying? Think about that now. Now that I gave these examples, like really think about like, are you objecting love with someone just because you attach a certain label with them and you automatically pre-assume like, oh man, this person is this to me, so yeah, we love each other. But think about it. Do you love that person for who they are, for who they truly are, not just of who you think they are? Not just because this person's your cousin, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your partner, your friend, your amigo, your whatever, or they do this and they do that for you. Everybody who brings gifts and shit don't have the best intentions. That don't mean they love them. They don't mean, I'm sorry, that don't mean that they love you. Because now you're objectifying love with these objects and these people and these labels. Do you actually feel love when you're around that person? Do you actually feel the experience of, wow, this person loves me, not for what they do for you, because then you're basing your love on a transaction, but for who that person is. I'm gonna give the one of the best examples, one of the best examples that can really help you start to have discernment with your love and with other people's love or their energy with you. Think about your relationship with the Creator. This is the best example. Think about the relationship with the Creator, whether you think of them as God, Goddess, Source, Spirit, whatever. But the Creator energy, when you have a relationship with the Creator, right? Do you love the Creator just for what they do for you? Or do you love the Creator for who the Creator is? Think about it. Think about it. That's why the Bible say a lot of people don't really love God. And you see all these Christians and you see all these people going to church, and the Bible says a lot of people don't know me. They'll go to the churches, they'll sit in the sermons, they'll be at every one of them, they'll read the Bible. They got all these people claiming they're connected with God, with source, with wooty wooty wham, but a lot of it's false. Because guess what? The second that something goes wrong in your life, the second that something unexpected happens and it slaps you in the face, that's what a lot of people do. They turn their back on God. They turn their back on the Creator. Guess why? Because their love for the Creator was only transactional. It was only based off of what did the Creator do for them. They love the Creator when you making money. They love the Creator when you get the new car and you got approved for the new house and you got all these materialistic things. But as soon as something happens, something pops up. Now why God? God don't love me. Is there even a God? The Creator ain't here. What is this worth? Your relationship with Creator is one of the biggest relationships you'll ever have in your life. This is why I say this is the best example. How is your relationship with the Creator? I know that I love God not just for what God does for me, but because I know who God is. And that's the thing. Man, love people for who they are, not for what they do for you. Because when they stop doing, it's nothing. And it's not love. That's not love. That's transaction. We're getting out of that. And that's what the takeover of real love is about. Because we don't have no more time for frauds. We don't got all the time for people who doing all these materialistic things, and maybe they bringing all these things and these gifts and these items to you, and it seemed like, yeah, oh yeah, they love me, they got this for me, they do this for me, and yeah, I have this now. But a lot of things that a lot of people do for you may not be coming from a place of love. It could be coming from a place of manipulation because they know that that's what you like. They're not giving it. Are they giving in the spirit of love? Are you, when you give, are you giving in the spirit of love? Or are you giving in the spirit of objectifying yourself to a certain standard as well? Oh, well, I'm this person's partner, so I have to do this. I have to do that. And that's why I'm going to say this. Fuck your favorite podcast. Fuck your favorite podcast. Yeah, I said it. Fuck your favorite podcast. Because if your favorite podcast is something like where them people they sit around and they talk about, oh, men should do this for women. Yeah. Women need to have this and do this for men. Man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. That's transactional shit. These people are so fucking transactional. It's so ignorant to watch. And if one of your favorite podcasts deals with that shit, fuck it. Now, if it's podcasts like mine, Hey, it's probably a good podcast, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say fuck your favorite podcast to, something that's pretty good. But just ignorant shit like that, it clouds the mind of so many people because now you got people arguing about this shit. Man, 50-50, 50-50. No, they need to be 100. Fuck, man. When do we start getting so transactional about love? That's that capitalistic shit. That's that shit they ingrain within us. That consumerism shit. They literally teach us in school. This is why they don't have a lesson on how to love. They never taught us how to love in school. They never taught us that. But they taught us how to be consumers. They taught us that. They taught us how to have a job. And to maybe they taught us how to, pay taxes or, you know, budget and, pay for shit. But I know for sure school teaches you how to be a consumer because that's what they want. They want slaves for money. They make a whole lot of money off consumers. But these people are not going to last. You can't just take, and not be giving, not be producing nothing real. Maybe that's why a lot of people their energy, they don't know what's about to happen. But I could tell you, it's the time for the real to prevail, baby. It's a time to be alive. Have no fear. Because when you have love, that's why love is, man. When you have real love, when you have real love, when you have a heart of gold, you're always abundant. You're always going to be wealthy. You're always going to thrive. No matter what the economy does, no matter what the world does, no matter what. That's why it's so important not to give up on love. So many pure souls, they haven't been treated right. I know because I felt it too. I've experienced it too. Where it just feels like people really aren't out here loving you. When you don't feel loved, when you give so much into somebody and it's like nothing back. But we also have to learn how to give with no expectations. Because a lot of us, and this is what I'm saying, how a lot of us think of love as transactional. We give expecting to receive something back for them, right? So we're gonna go with the flowers again, right? Let's say I'm giving my partner flowers, maybe because I want to get some that night, right? Hey baby, I seen these flowers at the store, and I'm like, ooh, this would be she'll like these. Oh yeah, she gonna give me some tonight. That's not love, man. That's not love. I'm doing that because I want to get something. And I have to watch myself because I know I could be a very manipulative sometimes. So I really, and that's why it's so important because this is a practice. Every day is a practice to make sure that you're being genuine and pure within everything that you do, that you're not having that you're not objectifying love, and that you're not having expectations with love, that you're not being delusional with love, and that you're not being transactional with love. Give. If you want to share your love with someone, share it. Share with no expectations. That person don't have to give you a damn thing. That person isn't obligated to do nothing for you. Because love is not about just your doing, it's about your being. It's about your being. That's why I say fuck falling in love. Fuck falling in love. Be in love. Be in it. Because guess what? When you're being in love, you're present in love. You're aware in love. That's where your power is. You don't have to do nothing. It's just your being. Think about it. Like just think about if someone invites you somewhere, like let's say they have this like event going on and they call you up and like, hey, bro, like, can you come to this event? I want you to be there. Think about like how sweet that is. Like that message. I want you to be there. They just want you to be there. You don't have to do nothing. It's because your energy and your presence is alone. Your presence alone is a gift. You don't have to do nothing. And that's the thing. A lot of times we always do. Because like I said, we've been taught to consume, to work, right? So we're always in the state of doing of, oh, I have to do this, I gotta do that. When you wake up, you automatically start to think about things you have to do. Oh, I gotta, do these groceries today, and man, I gotta do this. I keep forgetting about it. Oh man, I gotta text this person back. I didn't even think about it. Oh, let me go pee and brush my teeth, and let me go do the dishes, and let me go get ready to go to work. We wake up, and sometimes we go with the mind of do. But honestly, practice this. Just practice this. Write this down if you, but like just for a week, 7 days. Just practice instead of you getting up and doing anything. Before you get on your phone, before you go get up and get out your bed. First, give thanks for another day. You have risen again. So always give gratitude to that. But after you give gratitude for being arisen again in another beautiful day of life, don't think about what you have to do. Think about who you're going to be today. Who do you want to be today? How are you going to love today? What are your values that you're standing on today? Because before you go and you do all these things, you having your energy all out here, and you're not even recognizing the power in you. Don't go doing all these things without knowing who you're being. Because then you could be doing things in a very vulnerable and aggravated state of mind just because you think, oh, I gotta do. But sometimes just sit and think of like who I want to be today, who I'm going to be today. Maybe you do have to do all these things. So maybe you put yourself in a mindset of, I'm going to be productive today. I am being productive. I am being fulfilled by the things that I'm doing because I know that the things that I'm, working on today, it's going to progress me. It's going to advance me. I'm living the life that I desire and I deserve. So I'm being fulfilled and I'm being grateful and I'm being productive for all that's happening. And just watch how you're doing starts to get affected because you're focusing on your being before you're doing. Because your being is just you, it's your heart, it's your values. That's why I love when somebody asks me, man, can you be here? Yes, I love you. I'm gonna be there. And I love it because that just shows how priceless, how abundant just your energy is. I love showing up for my friends. I love showing up for the people that I love. I love being because I love my being. So when you're being, are y'all hearing me, man? Let's drink some more. Let's drink some more. I had to really come on here and say this though, because it's getting out of hand, and I'm not gonna stand for it no more. Because I'm being genuine, and I'm being reflective right. So all these I say to you, I've been reflecting, and I'm saying to me, but really, no more transactional love. No more. Please analyze every relationship that you have, every single one of them. Make a list, write them down. All the names of people that you love or that you think you love. And just think about how are y'all sharing y'all's energy? Are you sharing your energy with somebody that you say you love just based off the things that they do? When you think about this person, would you really would you if you had kids or if you have kids, do you let your kids around this person? Would you want your kids to like would your kids be inspired by this person? I think that's a really good test to see do I actually like this person for who they are? Because maybe you just hang out with a person just because oh we have a good time together. We go to the club and we get fucked up. We go to the club, we get turned. Maybe that person is like super irresponsible, super untrustworthy, super shady, super dark. But because of what they do, go back with your relationship with the creator. Make sure your relationship with the creator is not just based off what they do for you. Because whether they do good or bad, even though that does not exist, you have to know that the creator has such a beautiful love. The creator is love. It is pure, genuine love. I know that whatever happens in my life, I still give thanks to God. I still give thanks to God. Not just because of what God does for me. Yes, I appreciate all the things that God does for me because I know I'm blessed. But even when I feel like, maybe God's maybe not doing nothing in your life, maybe you're in that stage where things are still and maybe you don't know what's next. Give thanks to God because you know who God is. Because you know that God has a heart of gold, that you know that God is love and God cares for you. That the Creator loves you no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're struggling with, that you have infinite, genuine, pure love, that energy exists. Just knowing that God exists, I appreciate the being, the pure presence, the pure energy of God. It rejuvenates my soul. It makes me so happy when I wake up and I just think about God, not only for what He's done for me, what He's doing, but just because I know who God is. Know thyself and know thy Creator, and start to use this as a basis and a formula to analyze every relationship that you have. Every relationship, every single one. Start moving with genuine love. Yeah, you might have to cut a lot of motherfuckers off because maybe you realize, man, you know what? I actually don't really like this person. I actually don't really love this person. Yeah, maybe I do just like the things that person does for me. Yeah, you're right, man. Maybe you gonna start thinking when you start writing this list down, and you just start to thinking it, and maybe it's somebody that is in your family, but you love them, but you feel like y'all's meetings are starting to get very routine because y'all are objectifying each other, right? And it's important not to do that because then it's starting to become transactional. You're putting labels to this person and automatically associating them with love when every day y'all get together is a blessing and y'all need to know that and be aware of that. So if you're getting together with family and you feel like y'all doing the same things and you love this person and you love who they are, but maybe you're not feeling that experience. Start Sorry, had some technical difficulties there. But I left off with saying with your family, make sure that if you know that you love them, but you're tired of the same old routine, start to create experiences of love. Because, like I said, love is to be experienced, is to be felt. and do that within all of your relationships. We're gonna cover the, experiencing love on on another episode, because I think that's super duper powerful, and there's layers and there's levels to it, right? To experiencing love. So I want to leave off with this because the sun's about to set. Now that we understand how to have discernment with real love, with our love, and with other people's love, I want to leave out with this. When you know that someone's love is genuine, please don't judge their love. Because also we have to understand that love is not linear. It's not. And that also goes into when we start to realize that not to have expectations with love, because a lot of people, they get really frustrated when you love somebody, and you're loving this person and you're doing all these things for them, and you feel like what they show you is not enough. If someone's love is genuine, yes, you always have a choice to whether you want to accept their love or not. But judging or invalidating their love is not cool. Because imagine if somebody did that to you. If you're loving this person, to the best of your capability, and maybe it's just not how they want to be loved, or, maybe, your love, they just had a different expectations. Maybe they're coming into it with expectations, and your love is not meeting their expectations. So they judge you and they blaming you, and they're like, "Oh, you don't love me," when you know wholeheartedly that you love this person, and that this is not a transactional love, and that you're having genuine, love for this person. That's not fair. That's not fair. So please don't judge love. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. And that's why I said, let's get out of the delusions of love. Let's get out of that fantasy love. Let's experience the real love now. Now that we're in this huge shift, that we're in this huge, amazing dimension of real, genuine, pure love. Don't judge it because it's not linear. Everybody's love is not going to look the same. But recognize when it's true and when it's real. Just like if you like, man, hey, I'm down bad right now. I need some help, man. Can you help me? Maybe you won in $100. Maybe you think this person is going to give you $100, so you ask them for help because you're expecting them to give you $100. What if they only give you $10? Can you? Some people will say, "Oh man, you ain't helped me out, man. You just gave me $10, man. Come on, I know you got more than that." But maybe that's all they had to give at that time. Maybe that's all they had to give, so they gave. You can't say that person didn't give. They just didn't give you what you wanted. So think about it the same way with love, right? Let's not objectify people in their love, and let's stop having expectations around. Let's experience. Let's experience. And yes, we can say, well, oh, well, I see that this person loves me, but maybe that's just not the way you want to be loved. Maybe their love isn't, maybe you don't feel, I don't know. I can't say deserving, but let's say, like, you have the choice to say still whether this person's love is, fulfilling for you or not. We do have that choice, but we can't start blaming people and be like, "Oh, you don't love me," when people are out here loving. But maybe it's just not what you resonate with. And we have that choice. And that's okay to say that to that person. Hey, I appreciate your love and your time and your energy, but you know what? Maybe invest it elsewhere. So I want to leave off with that, with us to understand that love is not linear, to not judge love, and not have expectations of transactional love. Now let's start loving everybody genuinely. Go back and look at all these relationships as you have. Analyze, are you loving genuinely? And remember, no one is a stranger. Nobody is a stranger. Because everybody you meet for a reason. People were placed in your life at a specific time, at a specific season, for a specific reason. So let's start embracing those people who come unexpectedly or just like in the streets, in these places. They all have messages to share. So when you start to open yourself up to experiencing genuine love and start to repeat this, start to say this affirmation. And like I said, maybe while you're doing your 7 day uh experience of being, waking up and being, start to also say these affirmations. I am opening my heart to receiving genuine love. I open my heart to sharing receiving love. If you know you have problems with expectations, I know I do. I'm starting to say this to myself. I'm having no expectations today. I am grateful for whatever comes into my being and my presence today because I know that it's divine and it's meant for me at this time. And maybe you have a different thing. Maybe you don't have so much with expectations. Maybe you have a thing with, I don't know, I don't know, whatever's your thing. Just start to focus your energy on that because you have to put it in practice. Just looking at this podcast and watching me talk, I know I'm handsome, I know I'm beautiful, I know the atmosphere is amazing, and the energy is amazing, it's vibrant. But this is really a practice. Love is an experience, and we've experienced love today. We've experienced how to love, how to discern real love, how to share it. I think we have gathered and we have shared so much today, but continue it. We will arise another day, I pray. So make sure that you're experiencing love, that you're sharing these experiences, that you're appreciating these experiences, not taking them for granted. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on another episode. I'll leave you off with that. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The sun is going down. Shout out to the sun and this beautiful sunset. And as the sun is setting, I'm going to say, I truly do love you. Infinite, infinite, infinite love to you. Infinite love. I'm really just grateful that, wow, you're here. Thanks for being here and for making it all the way through. If you made it all the way through, show some love in the comment. Maybe let this be your first practice. Give something that's just on your heart, whatever is on your heart right now, whether that's just you want to tell somebody what you're going through, or maybe how this may have impacted you, or what you have already learned and gained from discerning love. Share it. Share it with love and no expectations and not, trying to be transactional with it. Just share, share. Let's have a love party, baby. Yeah, but okay. Thank you so much for joining me on Ahmani's Infinite Love. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Have a surprise. I like the lighting right here. You have Ahmani's Infinite Love on Ahmani's Infinite Love. Infinite love, my people! Namaste! Hasta luego. See you later.